Robert1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video talking about 10 side deck cards you could potentially be siding this format. And before anyone says, yes, got a haircut, my hair was getting out of control, so needed a haircut to kind of fix it, so I got a bit of a haircut. Yeah, today we're going to be looking at 10 side deck cards that I personally think will got a huge cowlick there, and it's going to be there the whole video, and I'm going to be really annoyed by it, but whatever. We're going to be talking about 10 cards that you should be potentially siding this format, because this format has a lot of decks that you could be playing against, and such as Spiral, Lunalight, Hero, Shadows, Guru, Autogeists, anything along those lines, Pendulum. And there are so many different cards to be siding against these decks, and I thought I'd make a video talking about cards that you guys should potentially side, because of basically these are cards that all really work against different decks in this format, and these are all cards that you could potentially use against them. So, without further ado, let's get into this video, because I want to talk about some cards that you guys should be siding, and cards that I'm actually personally choosing to side myself. So, this is in no specific order as well, guys. It's just personal opinion and all of that, because side deck is really just personal opinion in the long run. Alright, so first card we're going to be talking about is a new card that's kind of hitting the block, and that is Retaliating C. Now, Retaliating C is a kind of an old card. It was released ages ago, back in like the Pendulum, when Pendulum was first in its big abundance. And basically what this card does is, when your opponent activates a spell card that would special summon a monster, so you can't activate it to like Barrage or to like Lunalight Tiger, you get to special summon this card from your hand. And if it's special summoned this way, it's basically Macrocosmos. Now, why would you play this card? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, instant fusion. This card can be summoned against the instant fusion instantly, meaning that if your opponent wants to go any further, that instant fusion best make 1,000 eyes to go ahead and take this card. Against Shadows, this card is absolutely amazing. The actual main reason why you should probably play this card. Against Shadows, you literally just activate Retaliating C, special summon it from the hand, and now any monsters they send to the graveyard, they're getting banished, so they don't get to trigger the shadow effects. They don't, pretty much, if they want to get rid of the shadow, especially if they're going first, they want to get rid of the Retaliating C, they're going to have to expend a ton of resources just to try and get rid of it, and it literally just stops them. And this card is also good against any other deck that would really activate a spell card to special summon a monster. But this card in general is just best against Shadows. And if you're kind of scared of Shadows, this is just a really good card to play against them. But yeah, Retaliating C. Next, Drawn Lockbird. Drawn Lockbird is just an insane card to be playing in this format. Literally, Drawn Lockbird just having the effect that says, oh, you've added a card from your deck to the hand. Sick. Discard. Now you can't go any further this turn. This card is especially good against decks such as Spiral, Hero, any deck that really searches a lot. So if you're going to be using this card, the best card decks to side it against are obviously Spiral, because Spiral just needs that search engine entirely. Hero, it can hinder Hero a bit. Hero still have the ability to play around it, but it's a card that will hurt Hero if you do use it against them, which is why I said Hero. And honestly, this card is just insane in general, because if you go up against any other deck really, such like Necros, for instance, if you hit a Necros matchup out of nowhere, then this card will be really helpful as well. So Drawn Lockbird is definitely another card that you should be side decking. Just saying, oh, I have now a button that will say stop your turn is absolutely nuts, and playing this card in general just to literally be like, oh, that's a good play you got there. Well, how about I stop it? Also, this card can be also somewhat used against Lunalight as well, now that I think about it, because they activate souls, they draw a card, now you stop them, because if they don't have the Tiger, they can't search to get to the Tiger with that perfuming graveyard. So, just little out-of-the-box plays there as well. Next, Twin Twisters. You definitely have to be siding Twin Twisters format. With this format, there are just so many back row decks. Guru Control, Autogeist, Mystic Burn, any deck that plays back row whatsoever. Twin Twisters is a must to side this format. Literally, just having the ability to discard a card and then destroy 2 spell and trap cards your opponent controls is insane. And literally, if you're not playing Twin Twisters this format, you're most likely going to duel a Mystic Mind player, or someone playing there can only be one, and then you're going to look at yourself and be like, well, I should have really played this card, shouldn't I? Really should have. But yeah, Twin Twisters, definitely a card that you guys should all be playing. It's very helpful and really is good against Autogeist, Guru, Mystic Burn, any back row decks out there. Even Paleo, that's starting to show up a bit more now from what I can tell. So definitely consider playing this card again. Next, Evenly matched. You should be playing evenly matched. You should not not play it, because evenly matched literally says, oh, that's a lovely board you got there. I'm going to banish it all. If you're not maining this card, you side this card. Because literally, this card is good against Spirals, this card is good against Autogeist, Guru, back row decks in general, combo-based decks such as Hero, Pendulum, anything that you can literally just say, evenly match, to clear their board, this card is good against. So, literally, you side this card, or you main this card. It's a great side deck card. If you're maining it, potentially main it in like Shadows and stuff, Autogeist, anything that really can't really go second or really has to go second in terms of things. But if you're going first deck and you're scared of going second, you definitely side evenly matched, okay? You have to. No options about that. No debates. Next, Mystic Mine. Now, this is a controversial one. Mystic Mine is more of a floodgate that is good going first because of, like, in Mystic Burn, obviously. But this card is actually a really good side deck card as well. Being that, oh, you've just got, your opponent has just made a full board of combo. You can't really do anything to that board. You have no ways out in your hand. You literally draw Mystic Mine, you play it, and then your opponent, and then you look at your opponent and be like, I'm playing the game now. Now, I hate how this card is a card that literally just an amazing floodgate going first, and if you activate in Mystic Burn, your opponent has really no ways to out it. But in general, this card is an amazing side deck card. Like, literally, I'm maining it, siding it up free in my hero deck right now, because it's literally, oh, I go second, you've established a board, I activate Mystic Mine. I can now go full combo as long as I stay under the amount of monsters you have, and then literally just look at you and be like, you're dead. I make Trinity and attack you multiple times for game. Like, literally, it's great. Mystic Mine as a side deck card is amazing. As a deck, we all hate it to bits, but as a side deck card, it's something that you should really consider siding if you're playing that combo deck or control deck, because it will literally just say that you can now play the game again. Next, though, Soul Drain. Now, Soul Drain is an interesting one that just came back to free. And the reason I'm saying you should probably side this card at free is because almost every deck in the meta revolves around the graveyard. So, or the banished. So, that Spiral deck, Master Plan can't activate. Lunar Lights, oh, you can't activate Martin, you can't activate Zephyros, you can't activate any monsters in the graveyard. Danger Effects as well, they're dead. Any monster deck, Shadows as well, they can't activate in the graveyard. Burning Abyss, if you do play against one of those. Any deck that revolves around the graveyard is now obsolete. And even against heroes, they can't use the Mali, they can't use Solid Soldier's effect, they can't use Liquid Soldier's effect, they can't use they can't use Shadow Mist's graveyard effect. These decks lose out so much because a lot of them revolve around the graveyard that this card literally says, oh, nice, I'm just going to stop your graveyard from being activated. So that's pretty good, and I think Soul Drain is a great card to side because of that. Next, Dark Ruler No More. Hey, you've got a board full of negates. Monster negates? Nice. Dark Ruler No More. Your whole board's negated and I'm going to proceed to out your entire board. Dark Ruler No More is a great side deck card because it literally just looks at combo decks and be like, I negate it. I'm pretty much speed spell 4, not an actual turn, but you know, can't respond to the card except for spells, spell and trap effects, half of a speed spell's 4, maybe speed spell put 3.5. But yeah, this card is pretty much a must in terms of siding right now, because if you do go up against a deck like Lunar Lights that just taps up a board, a deck like Spiral that sets up its like double Trigate Magician, Appaloosa, and Helix. I believe it's double Helix. No, not double Helix, sorry, Sleeper. Then this card will literally just say, I'm now able to play the game and I'm able to proceed to out your board. So you kind of have to play this card. It's a very good card and it's a very good side deck card. Next, Super Polymerization. Same as Dark Ruler No More, but I get a monster instead. This card is primarily for dark decks, and kind of also for like the Trigate Appaloosa board, because you can just make the new Agnista monster that says, I'm going to use your Trigate and your Appaloosa to make this Earth Golem. So, this card is just really good in general, being a card that your opponent can't respond to, being a card that will just clear negates in like Pendulums. That's a nice Jackal and Mighty Magic, Master of Magic you got there. It's gone. Yeah, it's just gone, man. It's not there anymore. I literally stole it and turned it into this lovely Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Yeah, Super Polymerization is just a really powerful card, and definitely a card that you should be considering siding. Mainly, you should probably be siding this in decks that are like trap-based decks, such as Guru Control, Altergeist, potentially even Heroes, and if you're playing Shadows, main this card. Main this card in Shadows. I know this is a side deck video, but if you're playing Shadows, you main this card. Okay? Okay, cool. But yeah, Super Polymerization, just a really good side deck card overall. Next, Raw Sphere Mode. Raw Sphere Mode just looks at combo decks and he's like, hey, get out of here! I'm on your board now, I'm a bull! Yeah, that's what Raw Sphere Mode does. It literally just says, oh, hi board, I'm turning you into an egg! Like, literally, this card is great just because if you just look at your opponent and literally just tribute everything. It's so good. Especially when they have, like, a board that's, like, Sleeper Appaloosa Trigate. You literally just look at it and be like, nope, nope, nope. If you're up against Lunalights, you look at the Appaloosa, you look at the Redoer, and you look at the Light Dragon, and you go, nope, nope, nope. If you're up against any combo deck, Pendulum deck, you just tribute all their monsters that are problems. Like, literally, Raw Sphere Mode may take away your normal summon, but hell, you get rid of 3 monsters. Better than any kaiju, am I right? Yeah, just an insane card in general, definitely, and it's fun to play. It's literally just fun to look at your opponent's reaction when they get Raw Sphere Mode and they're like, fuck! Just like, it's a fun time. It's a really fun time. Hey, it hurts when it gets done to you, but God, you love the reaction. But yeah, Raw Sphere Mode. And the last card is Nibiru, kind of for the same reason as Raw Sphere Mode, but Nibiru, you would side against different things. Like, you wouldn't side against Shadow because it's got Winder. You wouldn't side it against, like, control decks. But, like, this card is just the same as Raw Sphere Mode, whereas you contribute the entire board, but you need to get to 5 summons, so it's more of a hand trap, and has more utility in a way as well, because, like, you just let your opponent play off, and then you activate the Nibiru. I would probably play Raw Sphere Mode more than Nibiru right now, but Nibiru in its own right has its own plays as well. So I would say Nibiru is another good card that you could potentially side in this format, and also just makes you look at your opponent and be like, hi, I just tributed your board. How do you feel, huh? 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 I got rid of everything. But yeah. Those are the 10 cards, though, that I think you should potentially be siding this format. Like, all of these are different opinions. Like, Retaliating is mainly for, like, Shadows. Drawn Lockbird for anything that just likes to search heavily. Twin Twisters, evenly back row decks. Evenly Mystic Mind combo hate. Soul Drain Graveyard hate. Dark Ruler No More combo hate. Super Poly, I'm just going to take your stuff. Raw Sphere Mode and Nibiru, and Raw Sphere Mode, Nibiru, and Super Poly, I'm going to take your stuff. Like, all of it is, like, its own personal preference, but I kind of wanted to make a video talking about potential side deck cards you all could be playing, because it's all stuff that you could actually play that is really good in the game right now. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, I had a bit more fun making this video than normal, because I didn't really tense too much on making this. It was more of just, like, something fun for me to make, because I really wanted to get you guys some content that would give you some meta advantage, and also just be fun to make. Like, yeah, but guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Twitch link in the description below. I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Monday is Meta Mondays. Tuesdays is Gaming Tuesdays, because I like to play video games and just have some fun. And Thursdays is Casual Thursdays, where I literally just have a blast and just play random decks. Like, yesterday we played on Thursday this week we played all sorts, Ancient Warriors. We played Ancient Warriors, Shadows, Dark Magicians. We played tons of different decks, and I killed people with Ancient Warriors. It was fun. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, check out the links in the description. Roll About One, signing out. Later, all.